Now that a whole bunch of time has passed trying to get my tripod set up perfectly, and it's not level, so give me a sec. Come on, you little bubble. Good boy. I've got some eggs hatching, and this is quite apropos because the video I'm going to talk about right now involves a quest that this completes. That's a big Pokemon to come out of a small egg. It's like if you pick up an egg the size of a whalmer, you'd probably notice, oh, I wonder what's inside. No, you don't. It's very sunny out. I'm trying to find a somewhat shady spot to film. Water Festival's going on right now, and I want to cover a very important topic that if you don't know about, get ready to have your mind blown. Take a look at this Pokemon I'm about to claim. This is a Water Festival exclusive quest, so it only goes for a total of a week. If you hatch 5 eggs, you get a Blastoise. If you run from the Blastoise, it gets stacked in your quest log. That's why I have 4 quests. Pokemon Go is a game of resources. There's Stardust, there's candy, all of which is extremely important to play the game. You probably noticed that Stardust is pretty hard to come by. It's like 100 dust a catch on average, and it can take 200,000 dust to fully power up a Pokemon. So, in my opinion, it's a really good strategy to try to maximize to get as much dust as you possibly can, and that's what this strategy does. As you notice, there is a 4th quest slot at the top of my list of 3. Now, that doesn't mean I have 4 quest capabilities. There's no advantage that I have in terms of how many quests I can complete at once. It's still 3. However, if you claim a quest reward like this Blastoise here, you notice that you can run from it. If I do that, the Blastoise isn't gone. It's just put into the stack of all of my quest rewards. That's a B. Hey buddy, there's another one. I am sitting in their flower patch. I'm just a harmless little YouTuber, don't sting me. So here's the strategy. If you claim a quest reward that gives you a Pokemon encounter, you can either catch it right then and there, or you can run from it and add it to your stack. The stack is that 4th slot above your 3 normal quests. Now, Pokemon Go has said that this is not a supported feature, so they have limited it to 100 Pokemon. You can keep 100 Pokemon in your stack. How do you choose what to keep? Well, if you don't play very much, I suggest keeping absolutely everything that you don't absolutely need. So, you claim like an Eevee from Evolve a Pokemon quest. If it's not shiny or 100%, put it in the stack. Now, if you happen to find a shiny or a really high IV Pokemon or something that you absolutely must have, catch it. Don't risk putting it in the stack. Personally, I keep Pokemon that reward high amounts of Stardust in that stack. And then, during a special event, like we just recently had Triple Catch Dust from the Go Fest rewards. During that event, I caught my entire stack of 100 saved Pokemon. Now, I didn't just save any old Pokemon. As you'll see on the side of the screen, I only saved, in the most part, evolved Pokemon. Now, before there was a limit on the number of Pokemon that you could store in the stack, I was storing absolutely everything that I caught, unless it was, shiny or really good IV. And then you catch it during a special event. So, say for example, during Adventure Week, we had Cranidos and Shieldon as rewards from quests. Those are extremely rare Pokemon, but they are only basic Pokemon, so they give the normal 100 dust. They're not that good to save for the Stardust point, but if you're intending to save a bunch of really rare Pokemon from quests and then catch them during a double candy event, say for example, that's a good strategy. However, in the case of most people, it's a lot easier to start saving up Pokemon that award high levels of Stardust. They're evolved Pokemon. So anytime that you complete a quest, and the quests do change, so I can't put a master list on the side, but you want any evolved Pokemon, like Weepinbell, you have a quest for Swalot, you have a quest for Loudred, and right now during the Water Festival you can also get Azumarill, and the big bad boy that I was showing earlier, Blastoise. Evolved Pokemon are worth more Stardust per capture, so a base Pokemon is worth 100, Stage 1 is worth 300, and a Stage 2 is worth 500. Now here's a good example. Every Pokemon that you catch, depending on what stage of evolution is in, will award you a set amount of Stardust. Base form Pokemon, like a Squirtle, give you 100 Stardust when you catch them. Stage 1 Pokemon, the first evolution, like a Wartortle, would give you 300. And like the big bad boy we are claiming quests for right now during the Water Festival, Blastoise, when captured as a Stage 2 Pokemon, will award a grand total of 500 dust. Sure, you could capture that quest reward now and claim your juicy 500 dust in a Blastoise, but there's really no reason to rush your Stardust, even if you're a beginner player, and you really just need to focus on increasing your trainer level. So what I'd recommend doing is stacking all of those evolved form Pokemon into your quest stack. Take a note of which Pokemon is the first in your research stack. For me, it's the Alolan Executor. Now, I also want to remember the CP, 1255. So I know that when this 1255 Alolan Executor is no longer in my stack and I didn't catch it, that means that my stack has had 100 Pokemon, and every time I catch a new one, the oldest one will be booted out. It's like a line, a queue, first in, first out kind of thing. So this Alolan Executor I probably added to the stack a couple days ago. I keep adding Pokemon to the stack. It will always be this Alolan Executor as the first one. Once I catch it, I'll get the second Pokemon, and so on and so forth. My personal goal in saving Pokemon right now is to save 100 Pidgey for a double candy catch event. No, I'm joking, kind of. My goal is actually to save as many evolved Pokemon as I can. If I were playing non-stop during this water event, and you might be able to do this too, depending on how hardcore you want to go, you could save 100 Stage 2 Pokemon like Blastoise, or during the grass event we had Venusaur as a quest reward. Some of these are a little bit harder to complete than others, and it's very rare that you see a Stage 2, like a Blastoise, fully evolved Pokemon as part of a quest reward. So as I was alluding to earlier, if you add it to your stack, you could catch it right now, get 500 dust, or you could wait for a triple Stardust event, like Churchway Community Day we have coming up, and just fill up your stack slowly. Catch any excess so you don't go over 100, and then once Churchway Community Day happens, you can quick catch through your stack, which is what I did in that video clip you saw earlier. Since you want to play smart and you're not catching the Blastoise as soon as you claim it, it's not worth 500 measly dust anymore. If you catch it during a triple Stardust event, it's now worth 1500 dust. It may not sound like a much, like, oh, okay, I sounded Italian there. It may not sound like a much, it's only 1,000 extra dust. But listen to this, you stack 100 of those Blastoise, or even 100 Stage 1 Pokemon, you're now getting 900 dust for a Stage 1, or 1500 for a Stage 2, times 100, why? That's a lot of Stardust. Why make billions when we could make millions? You can further maximize this, obviously, and I would definitely suggest this by putting on a star piece when you catch your stack. So Blastoise goes from being worth 500 to 1500 to 2250 Stardust for one capture. If you have 100 of those in your stack, that's 225,000 dust. It's not dust right now, but it's dust later. The way I play is no matter what time it is during the year, if I'm playing Pokemon GO and I get an evolved form, I add it to my stack. If it's currently during an event that gives me that Stardust and my stack is maxed out, then yeah, I'll catch it right then and there. But I'm going to start stacking up Pokemon until I hit 100, put on a star piece, lucky egg if you care about the experience, catch through them during an event, repeat. One more tip you can do. You'll notice that this Alolan Executor that I have in my stack has a Pineapple Berry on it. If you want to save inventory space and time, give your stacked Pokemon berries before you run from them. So I've been giving every Blastoise a Pineapple Berry because I'd like to get the extra 10 Squirtle candy. So you save time and inventory space in your item bag by pre-applying the berries. By the way, quest Pokemon cannot run from you. You don't have to worry about that. I guess long story short, save as many Pokemon as you can in your stack. Look for the quests online that give evolved forms if you want extra Stardust, or that give really rare Pokemon if you want to save up for double candy events. Catch the high Stardust reward Pokemon under a star piece during a triple or double Stardust event for catching, or double candy event for catching if you want to catch your rare Pokemon instead. And if anybody out there actually saves up a full stack of 100 Pidgeys, please tweet me at Rubiksguy because I want to see that. I want to show you one of the quests that I just picked up right now. It's feed 10 Pineapple Berries while catching Pokemon. If I complete that, it will give me a Loudred. That's a Stage 1. I'm going to stack that. It's 300 dust now or 1350 dust later. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and are going crazy during this water festival. Get your shiny Carvana and Barboach. Love you guys. Rubiksguy out. I need to show you guys this. This would freak younger me out. I'm 30 now, and this is still kind of nerve-wracking, but like, I'm over it. I'm okay. I'm safe. But I'm just sitting back here in this flower patch against these rocks because I can't get into the amphitheater. There's bees. They're buzzing. Yeah, I don't know if you can see any, but they've come really close to me. They might have even landed on my leg. Oh, there's one. Hey, buddy. It's not your generation yet. I guess there's a Combi in the game. Buzz, buzz. As I'm walking back to my car in the bright sun. All right, let's see if I can do this. It's a little bit better. I don't know, I'm just saying words now. And finally, here's a quick rundown on the amount of Stardust that you can get. depending on the type of Pokemon you stack. If you're able to get all the way to 100 stack, and you've only saved base form Pokemon, you know, like Squirtle, Charmander, Pikachu, that kind of stuff, and you catch it all under 1 star piece during a triple Stardust event, you're gonna get 45,000 dust. If you save a whole bunch of stage 1 Pokemon like Loudred and Weepinbell, you're gonna get 135,000 dust. And if you save a whole bunch of stage 2 Pokemon like Blastoise and Venusaur, which is a lot harder to do, but could be possible, you're looking at 225,000 dust. Just keep in mind, opportunity cost. If you're focusing on trying to complete those quests, you wanna churn through them fast, so you always have more room for the next quest that you're passing. I want you guys to get this mindset ingrained. If you're trying to maximize on this technique, anytime you claim a Pokemon from a quest, put it in your stack. If it's a shiny or a really good IV, or you need it right now, go ahead and catch it, because you don't want the stack to kick it out at the end. And if you think that you can hit a full 100 Pokemon of a certain type, don't stack everything. Try to get to 100 of just those types, like the evolved forms or the rare stuff for candy, by the time the event's around, then go ahead and do it. But if you think, no, I'm only going to be able to stack a few, I'm probably not going to hit 100 by the time Triple Catch Dust is around, stack absolutely everything. The goal is to maximize with your playstyle. As that car goes by, Jameson, Rubiksguy out. For real this time.